Thanksgiving in the U.S. is upon us. My name's D7 here at Grok Trade. This is the weekend edition, good through Sunday, November 29th, 2015. And here in the United States, we do celebrate Thanksgiving, and it's a time of pause. No trading on Thursday, half a day of trading on Friday, expecting very light volume. At the time of this video, we're celebrating this. We have family arriving and festivities have already started. And we are very thankful. First, let me say this. I'm thankful for the team that I have here at Grok Trade. Very thankful for all that they do and the education that we deliver. Very much appreciate each and every one of you who trust us with the information and education that we deliver to you. And here we are. Let's take a look at the markets. I have a lot to go over. Looking at the S&P 500 daily chart. Two trend lines going higher. We broke this lower trend line. We rallied back up, hitting resistance, pausing at this level. Here we could certainly drop again, but if we do go higher, we have resistance levels to contend with. I want to go to the weekly chart and take a look at what we're working with. I had this rolling over on the weekly chart on the S&P 500. We dropped, hit support, we bounced, come up, and then we tested resistance and pulled back. You can see resistance hit here, pulled back, resistance hit here, pulled back, resistance hit here, pulled back. We hit here and pulled back. However, we came right back here getting ready to head north. This area could continue to act as resistance, but because we did this about face heading back up, I think we have a decent chance of trying to break through. But all this happened this past week on really light volume, but again, it's a short week going into a holiday. That's to be expected. Big pause. If we go to the monthly chart, we had this big rising wedge. We broke down, we rallied. Now we're at the resistance area. Gang, on the monthly chart, this is bad news. I do not see us busting up, making new highs. I see this area being resistance and monthly bars heading south. Let's look at other charts to see if we can get any more confirmation. We'll go to the diamonds here. Here's the daily chart on the diamonds. Big symmetrical triangle. With a bias to the upside, we look like we're ready to break out on the diamonds to the upside on the daily chart. The weekly chart, if you go here, resistance, drop, resistance, drop, resistance. We started to drop, but then we come back. It's acting like it's wanting to go higher on the weekly chart. And if it does go higher, I could see us going bullish here for a bit. On the monthly chart, problem, if we do go bullish, it'd be short-lived. It'd go up here, hit this resistance, which would be a trend line, and then drop in this area. So we have a double resistance right here. That's why we have the warning sign. If we get to that area, I'm looking for multiple months to the downside. And tell me, who else is saying that right there, out there in the markets, calling for a multi-month downside move? And I'm showing you great technical analysis. Look at this: support, 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 broken, now should act as resistance. This is a rising wedge, which is more bearish and bullish. So we drop down, we come up, hit, and then this is the time to short to the downside. Let's go to the Nasdaq and see if the Nasdaq confirms what we're seeing. Here, big symmetrical triangle, a breakout above these areas. And by the way, you'll notice these red lines coming across. They're very faint. They're very faint, but you'll see them highlighted in pink. Those areas are areas that I'm focused on for resistance and support areas. Definitely pause the video, look at these, mark these down in your own charts. They are to be taken seriously. Weekly chart. Weekly chart, we have a warning. Rising wedge, a breakdown, testing resistance, drop, and a pop. It could pop up here a bit, but I'm telling you, this area here it could be problematic big time. So I could see some short-term upside potential here. far as weeks are concerned, but far as months are concerned, a little different. If we go here to the month, we are in big time trouble on the monthly chart on the Nasdaq. Higher, we break that support, we rally into resistance, we're at resistance again. We are right at the area to be looking to short, and you can see we're rallying on dissipating or dropping volume going down as we go higher here. That's not what you want to see if you are a bull. Let's go small caps. Now normally, why do we look at small caps? Because they could be the index that leads the markets either to the upside or downside. We've had a great few couple weeks here, but we're at a resistance point. You can see this previous area of this high coming across. We challenge that. We hit it right now. So we hit this area. We're going higher on smaller volume at resistance while we're within a rising wedge. So a lot of bear sides there. If you go to the weekly chart, big drop within an up channel, we go higher. Now we're building what's called a bear flag. We got this bear flag we're starting to make. If this does come into a bear flag formation, if it gets up here to this level, about half, 50% of this Fibonacci retracement, about right there, we get up there, be looking for a short, a big drop. So a leg about this size right here. So it looks like trouble in the distance. On the monthly chart, we have plenty of breathing room here. As far as the months are concerned, we could go higher before we get into danger zone. So this looks starkly different than what we see on the Nasdaq or the S&P or the diamonds. Big time different there. And I like to take a quick look at the banks. The banks, symmetrical triangle on the daily, but it looks a little extended to me here. Hit resistance. The question is, will we break out or break down? Not sure what it's going to want to do here. See if we can get anything on the weekly. The weekly is we're at resistance, and this is danger zone. Look for this to drop now, being here at this resistance. So weekly banks dropping would not be good for the markets. Let's see what the monthly holds for us. Monthly is different than everything. We broke resistance heading higher, and this is very good. You'll notice something. If I were to bring this line here, MACD, MACD line got higher, so it broke this trend. So this was very bearish, but we broke higher. Now the month could end. If the month ends with a big drop here and we go back down below, that's going to be very bearish. But if we can stay above this trend line, the banks, monthly banks being above, is actually a very bullish sign. In silver, let's take a quick look. The bottom line is on silver, this is a low base formation, or it could be a frying pan bottom, so it could go either direction. But bottom line is precious metals have been just in the dumps. The only hope that I see here is silver weekly chart falling wedge. We're at a support level. This could be a buy opportunity to the upside. So if you start to see buying taking place, I would start getting in, because it could be a great area to get in on a long-term hold. If you look here at the monthly is showing a lot of weakness here, but it needs to go up now. We visited these lows a few months ago. We need to find buyers at these levels and go back up. Again, this is more of a long-term play, but if I see the daily start to pop up, I'm going to be looking to get into silver. Here's gold. Gold is just a pitiful looking daily chart. If you go here to the weekly chart, we popped up. This should have taken off on the weekly. We should have rallied higher. It failed to do so, but we're back at a support level. I could see this holding support and buyers coming in right now. It'd be interesting if next week we'll see buyers come into gold. And now that's on a weekly chart. The Monthly chart here, we're at support. If it breaks higher, this is going to be very bullish. Look for a buy. But if it breaks down below this area, if it continues to sink, bad news. Just stay away from it for a while until we can find that bottom. Quick look at VIX, the volatility index on the monthly chart. Falling wedge. This thing looks like it's ready to break out. That would be bearish for the markets. Huge volume right now. And if this is capitulation, if this could rally higher, that means the markets are going very bearish. This is the monthly chart. Let's look at the weekly chart. Weekly chart showing us something very interesting. We had this falling wedge. It broke out, and then it pulled back, finding support. Now it's acting like it's wanting to rally again. If this could be very bullish for the volatility, which means the markets are very bearish. The daily chart here, we broke out and we found support. We're just going down this area. This line, instead of acting resistance, is now support. I'm looking for that to go higher. Again, that means the markets are going to go bearish if that happens. So be watching that. Thank you for being a part. We're very thankful for each and every one of you. Like the video if you like it. Catch you guys later.